Welcome back, Sales Ninja. I am so excited for what you're going to be learning throughout this video series and this course and the 8 Secrets Masterclass. In your workbook, page 5, first few pages, I share with you a little bit about my background and my story. Take a look at that, read it if you'd like to. I'd love for you to get to know me just a little bit better, and I look forward to getting to know you better as time goes on. Page 5, for those of you that want to know what exactly I do to help insurance entrepreneurs, regardless of what carrier or business card or property and casualty or life and health or whatever you do, check out the Sales Ninja Insiders when the time is right for you. It is a wonderful group coaching platform, insider tools, supportive network. There's so much that we do inside the Insiders to support that community, and it's incredibly budget friendly. I have priced that at a level that anybody who has the desire to be part of it can be. The War on Profit challenges, you're going to want to learn all about those, and you will as you go through the 8 secrets. Keep an eye out for War on Profit challenges. And then for those of you that are curious about what I do at our agency, you can check out thebenefitdoctor.com, learn more about us. You need to learn this content, make the impact that you want to make, and for when the time is right, or if the time is right, we'll talk about Benefit Doctor in more details. You can scan the QR code there on page 6, learn more about the actual journey itself. So let's get started with the actual content. Page 7 of your workbook, we're going to be talking about the foundation of everything you need to know in order to build your insurance flywheel. I call it the flywheel effect. Before we get into the actual 8 secrets, I want you to understand how they work to transform your business. Each secret is powerful in and of itself, but when you combine them together, they form something extraordinary. They form a flywheel of your business. So what is a flywheel? The concept comes directly from Jim Collins in his book, Good to Great. That's what you'll want to write in the line right there, Good to Great. A flywheel is a massive, heavy wheel that takes an enormous amount of effort to get moving. And at first, every push feels exhausting. Tell me if this sounds anything like your career, right? We go out and we go through these cold call campaigns and we smile and dial and we go to networking events and we work our butt off trying to generate some leads. We finally get some leads generated. We are pushing and pushing and pushing, and we finally get meetings scheduled and on the books, and then we go run all those meetings and we close a couple of deals and we go enroll the accounts or offer our products, and then we look up from that frenzy of activity and what's happened to our pipeline. For most of us, it looks like it took a huge dip and we're back down to going, oh gosh, man, it was great. I had a really good month or a really good quarter, and now I feel like I'm basically starting over. And that seems to be the boom and bust cycle that people go on for the majority of their career. Man, I want you to understand that if you'll do these 8 secrets right and you lay the proper foundation, you build the actual flywheel, yes, at first, every push feels exhausting. And while the wheel barely moves, but when you keep pushing, momentum builds. Each push adds to the last until, here's the line I want you to underline, circle. The wheel spins on its own with near unstoppable force. Now picture your business. Now picture what happens when we got to go generate some leads. But what happens when we put them into a system, in a cycle in which that begins to happen on its own, and we can use some tools and some technology to help us out with that, and our pipeline never runs dry. Why most insurance agents get stuck is because they never build a flywheel. They never even thought to build a flywheel. We are only taught, our whole career is taught on one-off actions. It's why when you've went and asked for advice in the past, you have probably been told. You might even be guilty of telling people, there are no secrets to success. All you need to do is get up, go to work really hard, talk to more people, and don't quit. We've been taught our entire career to rely on these one-off actions. It's why we have cold calls and PACE events and dialing for dollars and networking with no real strategy behind it at all, except for generate a lot of activity, talk to more people, and don't quit. Without a flywheel, you are stuck in survival mode because there's absolutely no consistency. Your efforts are random and unrepeatable. And number 2, and here's the big one, too many leads end up falling through the cracks. You haven't learned about secret 2 yet, about nurture, and those opportunities are just basically wasted. And then number 3, there's no feedback loop built into this. Happy clients really have a hard time turning into referrals because you don't have a systematic approach to make that happen. You're always being told, just work harder. But when does smart work come into this? The foundation to building your 8 secrets is to build them as a flywheel. Build them so that as you start to put pressure on and push and push and push, and it's hard. This is hard work. I never said this was going to be like a cakewalk. What I am saying is for those of you that are already working hard, this is going to put extra zeros on your balance sheet because of the hard work you do. Page 8, secret 1, lead generation. This is the push that starts the wheel. You generate leads by filling your pipeline with targeted prospects who actually fit your ideal client profile, what I call the avatar. You're going to want to write that down. Secret 2, lead nurture. You're going to discover the difference between nurture, which is a marketing concept, and follow-up, which is a sales concept or process. Chances are you have never been trained properly on nurture versus follow-up, and we get into secret 2, it's going to rock your world. Secret 3, the DM handshake. Eliminate wasted time, bad clients, and constant follow-up. You're going to learn how to deliver your phrase that pays when you talk to that decision maker. So check this out. Now that you've nurtured the decision maker and you shake hands with them and you deliver a phrase that pays, you're going to end up scheduling more decision maker appointments than most people do, simply because they are familiar with who you are, who you serve, and the outcome you provide. Wait until we get into secret 2. It's going to rock your world. Secret 4, decision maker conversations. Man, you establish need. The prospect determines the value. This is Jack and Jill selling at its finest, and I cannot wait until you get into Secret 4's module. Secret 5, Bam Fam. You will always, going forward, once you learn this, how to book a meeting from a meeting, this keeps momentum alive and keeps your deals from falling into that terrible la-la land. Secret 6, you're going to learn all about employee education, how to do employee education and enrollments. Jack and Jill selling that's going to absolutely blow your clients away and set you apart from the competition in ways that Secret 7, value gap meetings. What happens when you sit down with that decision maker who expected to receive this much value and saw enough need to give you their checkbook, by the way, defined contributions, but what they got from you was more than what they expected? That creates this positive value gap. And if you want to get referrals, the likes of which you have never gotten, you're going to learn how to intentionally increase the value gap. So what they expected to get and what they actually got from you, positive gap. The bigger you get the gap, the better and more consistent your referrals will be. Increase the value, grow your business. Secret 8, retention, resell, and upsell. Listen, I was taught my entire career as a carrier rep that renewals was the name of the game. Renewals are a great thing. That is kind of the retention side. But I was missing the resell and the upsell. I didn't have those options as just a carrier rep. And as you learn these 8 secrets, this is going to give you such confidence to grow your business beyond just one logo or just one carrier, because we're going to get really, 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 really good at learning how to sell need and value, not products and not price. And when you can learn how to sell on need and value, not product and price, friend, you can sell anything. And you can serve people at such a higher level because you're not cramming your product down their throat and how your product's better than the other person's product because of XYZ. You will soon learn as you go through this content that when you sell on need and value, your whole entire career will begin to change. Why does this matter? Because, friend, when you build a flywheel, everything changes. Your efforts will compound. Each step will build upon the last. You get sustainable momentum. Your business will grow itself. I want you to write that down, circle that, and underline that. Your business can begin to actually grow itself. What happens when you get sexy inbound? They're calling you referrals. They're saying, man, my friend over at company ABC told me what you did for them. Can you come do that for me? The only way you're ever going to get sustainable, regular, intentional, sexy referrals is to know how to sell that value gap. You work smarter, not just harder. You're no longer chasing leads. You're creating a system that will feed itself. This is what separates agents who survive from those who thrive. But most agents, and here's just the truth, I'm giving this content away for free. There will be tens of thousands of agents who view this content over the next few years, and there will be a much smaller number who ever take real action on them, and then an even smaller number who execute them with perfection. But when you embrace the 8 secrets, you're not just building a business, you're going to be building a friggin' machine. Page 10. You now understand the flywheel is absolutely essential if you want to get off of the roller coaster of commission sales. With these 8 secrets, you're going to learn exactly how to get your wheel moving, keep it spinning, and build your business till it becomes unstoppable. I will see you at Secret 1. All right, Sales Ninja. Welcome back to the 8 secrets. We are officially jumping off with secret number 1, lead generation, page 15 of your workbook. Your ability to generate leads is going to be the lifeblood of the business. But if you want to be able to control your destiny and write an unlimited check for profitability, what you're going to learn in secret 1 is vital, even if you have leads hand delivered to you, because without leads, nothing moves forward. Done wrong, this step is exhausting and leads to burnout, which is why so many people hate it. But done correctly, this step allows you to build the business and lifestyle that you have dreamed about when you started in this business. And what you're going to learn in this section is how to build and maintain a pipeline of only 250 qualified leads that will lead you to a 6-figure annual income. 250 leads is all that is standing between you and the future that most of you want to have. I want to have my nights and weekends. I want time with my family. I want to make great money, and I want to take care of my clients. Then you are 250 away from having that be your reality. Number 2, the difference between outbound and inbound lead generation. So cool. Number 3, how you're going to use the LOF, or law of familiarity, nurture process to turn those leads into qualified prospects. And number 4, that DBU, or die, buy, unsubscribe digital marketing methodology that will optimize your pipeline and save you in a tremendous amount of time. All right, what is a pre-qualified lead then? If I need 250 of them, there are 4 things that I want you to have on all 250 of your leads. Number 1, I want you to know who the decision maker is. Number 2, the employee count, or specifically the benefit eligible employee counts, which you really need to know. Number 3, are they able to make a local decision authority, or do they make local decisions there at that company? And number 4, the contact info to include email of the decision maker. You're going to learn why in lead nurture secret 2. So let's keep going. There are 2 types of lead gen. Number 1, there is outbound lead gen. That means you got to go find them. That's the cold calls and others that we're going to get to in a moment. Then there's a second type of lead gen that very few in the insurance industry ever really find, and that is inbound lead gen, and that is where they find you. And boy, when I get done teaching you about how to do inbound lead gen because of your outbound efforts. Simple outbound lead gen. Y'all, listen, you're going to learn this about me if you don't already know me or haven't followed me for a long time. I have a knack for taking very complex, very confusing things and boiling them down to incredibly simple things. And when I say simple on simple outbound lead gen, and I mean how to never run out of prospects, that's because I genuinely mean this is incredibly simple, and if you do it, you will never run out of prospects. It's crazy what happens when you say what you mean and you mean what you say. Here's what you're going to do if you want simple outbound lead gen so that you never, ever, ever run out of prospects again, and you're never operating from scarcity, and you're not freaking out about where your next sale is going to come from, and you don't have to even think about when the mortgage is due. Then step number 1, you're going to do a full 12-month look back on your pipeline, on your career, on every activity that you've done. A full 12-month look back. Zach, I've only been in the insurance business like 15 minutes. Okay, well then you only have to look back 15 minutes. For those of you that have been in for 15 years, I still only want you to look back about the last 12 months. And here's what you're going to do. A full 12-month look back on your pipeline, your book of business, and your calendar review. Now, what does that mean? It means literally, letter A, every decision maker appointment that you've ran and have not closed over the last 12 months. Every DM you ran and didn't close. B, every business card you've collected that is not yet an active account. Every business card you've collected that is not currently an account. Every picture you took on your cell phone as you drove past a work truck or a field or a billboard or a business sign that you haven't done anything with. Yeah, those 2. C, every networking contact you've made and haven't done much with yet. Letter D, your entire book of business. I have a video on YouTube as well, how to categorize your book of business into 3 very distinct buckets. But you're going to go through your entire book of business. You're going to categorize your book of business as, here are the ones I have that absolutely love me. Here are the ones that I have that they like me kind of, sort of, and I kind of, sort of like them, but we're nowhere near as good as it could be. I should have more business on the books. I should. That would be a second category. And the third category is, man, like, it is what it is. I got what I got out of it. There's no real opportunity there. Maybe it's a relationship thing. Maybe it's an access thing. Whatever it is, you get to choose. But there's how you're going to categorize your entire book of business. All right. Once you've done all of those steps, you're going to take all of that and go to step 2. Step 2 here is you're going to categorize all of those into a CWH spreadsheet, which is your cold, your warm, and your hot, which I'm about to define for you what that means in just a moment. But you put those all into a CWH spreadsheet. It's going to get you very organized and help you understand where you're at in your pipeline development. If you want to cheat and just get our CWH spreadsheet that we use for every member of our team, there's the QR code. Scan that. You can have the spreadsheet. I'll just give it to you. Make your life a little easier. All right. Once you've got all those into the spreadsheet, then you're going to take that spreadsheet and you're going to start intentionally. Step 3, you're going to start secret 2. You're going to lead nurture those babies using what I'm going to teach you in secret 2 under the law of familiarity. We'll get there on the next secrets. And then step 4. This one's exciting. This is the one that you're never going to run out of leads, because step number 4, you're going to develop the mental mindset of I will own the block, or OTB, own the block. 100% put that block on lockdown. Every single one of your cold, your warm, and your hot prospects, as you're going out doing your phone calls or in-person approaches, I'm going to add to that every single business. Like, think about the amount of geographic density you can get when you say that prospect right there is mine. I will talk to every business in the vicinity around it. And here's what will happen. Doing that will allow you to name drop, to tell them you work with ABC company over here at this particular street. Like, when you own the block, you've got to develop the mental toughness that this is my block. There is no other insurance agent that's going to be able to sell employee benefits to anyone else on this. If they've got employees and they have any desire to offer benefits, they're doing it with me. They're going to have to die, buy, or unsubscribe for me to continue to move on. And when you have that mentality of I will own the block, I won't just have one account on this block. I will end up having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts on this block. What happens is this magical thing called the power of positive peer pressure. Now just imagine, right? As you're going through owning the block and you drop off an avatar letter and a testimonial letter, and it's from their neighbor, and then all of a sudden there's another neighbor, and then another neighbor, and then another neighbor. Like, before long, they have to take the meeting with you because 4 of their neighbors are doing it. I gotta find out who you are. Owning the block with the way I teach law of familiarity follow-up, secret 2, you'll build a perpetual machine that never runs out of leads. So cool. Step 5, learn and implement value gap meetings. You're going to find yourself completing your flywheel with self-generating, sexy referrals coming into you. Welcome, friend, to the pinnacle. Inbound lead gen, where they find you. If you want a 6-figure pipeline, I've already said this, it's way easier than you think. You are 250 qualified leads away from doing exactly that. Setting yourself up for consistent, sustainable wins. But I want to break this down for you so that you can see exactly how it works from my War on Profit challenge. Now, this data that I'm giving you below is current as of the end of 2024 in our most recent War on Profit challenges with our teams. Check this out. Write this down. This is going to blow your mind. 250 leads will yield 75 handshakes. That is a 33% conversion. 250 leads will yield 75 handshakes. 33% conversion. 75 handshakes will yield you 45 decision maker meetings being scheduled. That is a 60% handshake to schedule ratio, which, if you know anything about industry averages in our business, that is insane. And some of you are thinking about logging off right now because you're like, liar. There is no way you're going to pull a 60% schedule. Watch. I'm going to show you how to do it, but you have to study, implement, and execute these 8 secrets. 45 decision maker meetings will yield 40 BAM FAMs. That is a 90% close onto the next step. 90% of your DMs will result in a BAM FAM. 40 BAM FAMs will result in 20 JJDCP, Jack and Jill Defined Contribution Plan groups. That is a 50%. Yes, I see value. Yes, I see the need. Here is my checkbook. 20 JJDCP groups of an average, this is our average, $8,000, not an annualized premium, in commissions paid on 14 enrolled lives. Like, man, you guys got to get this. I'm not talking about enterprise level accounts here. 20 JJDCP groups and an average of $8,000 a group in commission is a $160,000 pipeline. It's in black and white, or red and black and white for you there. 250 leads put through the 8 secrets with proper skill sets behind it will yield you $160,000 in revenue. I mean, y'all should be giving me some amens right now because that's good stuff. Some of you, though, are looking at that going, Zach, I've never made $160,000 in my life. Some of you are looking at it going, Zach, I already make $500,000. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, that's the floor. I don't even know what the ceiling is yet. Like, we haven't found the ceiling yet, which is really exciting. But for those of you that are brand new and you're like, hey, that's great, but I don't even know how to shake hands. I don't know what I would say. I don't even know how to pre-qualify a lead. Like, I am still studying to get my insurance license, and somebody told me that I should watch the video. Next page, page 17, I've got a video just for you. If you are so new that you don't even know what to say to a gatekeeper, check out that video, scan the QR code. You can watch literally how to make gatekeepers want to help you instead of treating them like something to be got around. If people are telling you to get around the gatekeeper, stop listening to them, watch that video, do what I tell you to do, and you will be on your way to qualifying more leads than you ever have. I will see you on Secret 2. Friends, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to get notified when I drop other new videos as well. If you have not already been to freeninjatraining.com and downloaded your free digital version of the workbook, please do so. For those of you that would like to help me out, support the channel, and support this cause, please consider buying the workbook, and I'll ship it to your house directly. And when you are ready, I want to see you on the inside. Sales Ninja Insiders. We'll see you there at freeninjatraining.com. See you at Secret 2.